Hello, and welcome to a new video. Germany has introduced indoor ventilation to combat the COVID-19 pandemic, with German Chancellor Angela Merkel explaining the new measure as probably one of the cheapest and most effective ways to stop the virus from spreading. The government's guide to fighting the coronavirus has been supplemented by a new recommendation, namely the room's ventilation, German Chancellor Angela Merkel announced earlier this month. Thus, the national strategy for combating Germany's virus is now included in the acronym A.H.A.C.L, which means distance, hygiene, masks, the warning application for coronavirus infections, and indoor spaces ventilation. Regular impact ventilation in all private and public rooms can significantly reduce the risk of infection, the new government recommendations say. Impact ventilation or Stoßlufen means wide windows open twice a day, in the morning and the evening, for at least 5 minutes. An even more efficient option is Kerlufen, or cross ventilation, which involves opening all the windows in one space, thus allowing complete ventilation. In fact, in Germany, people tend to ventilate their homes twice a day, even in winter, and ventilation is also a clause in the rental contracts, to prevent mold and the impression of bad smells in the apartments. A real national obsession with clean air, the habit is also transposed to the level of sophisticated window technology, which can be opened in all directions. German coronavirus expert Christian Drosten, head of the infectious diseases department at Charité Hospital in Berlin, has devoted ample space to ventilation in his podcasts on the COVID-19 pandemic, praising the benefits of purifying the air in a room. A special 10-page edition of scientific methods and explanations for ventilating spaces, especially how this can be done in winter. Martin Kriegel, an engineer and ventilation expert at the Technical University of Berlin, told Die Zeit that there is clear evidence of a correlation between the quality of air in an office and the number of days of employee leave. Schools in Germany have long adopted this frequent ventilation practice, but more precise instructions have been established in the pandemic context. A recent meeting of German education ministers focused on how to ventilate a classroom effectively. 5 experts in fluid mechanics, air hygiene, and aerodynamics emphasize the importance of ventilating a room every 15 or 20 minutes for at least 5 minutes in spring and autumn, and 3 minutes in winter. On the other hand, many Germans complain at work and public transportation that it freezes from the cold, and tensions could increase with the coming of winter, especially if more Germans follow the government's recommendations. A 34-year-old primary school teacher describes the atmosphere in Germany in this regard. A typical scenario is someone opening a window in an office or on the train for someone to jump right in and complain about the current, another obsession of the Germans. That's why most people wear scarves here. To get more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe button, and leave a comment below to let me know what you'd like to see next.